Hey, Shalonda Gordon here, also known as the Online Marketing Angel or a single mom touched by God's grace, right? I'm just going to start saying Shalonda Gordon because y'all know who I am. Hold on one second. I'm sure you've seen enough of these because we're now on Single Mom Making Money tip number 12, right? Number 12. And as you already know, we're working through the difference between how the 97% of society thinks versus the 3% of society thinks. I'm giving you guys some serious nuggets here that they really don't want you to know. Things you can actually implement today and how you think. You can really concentrate on, okay, what am I thinking about when certain things come and hit me? And really see, is that a 97% way of thinking or is that a 3% way of thinking? Now, on all these steps, guys, on all these tips, some of them you'll find you're already in the 3%. Okay, the idea is that all of your ways of thinking are completely 3%. I found even as I go through the list that some days, I got it all down. Other days, my mindset ain't quite where it should be. We have to make a conscious effort of that because of the way we were brought up. All right? And because of how we were raised. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I watch it all the time, but just yesterday I saw Atlanta Housewives of Atlanta, and I guess there's a new housewife named Portia, and Portia is part of the Hosanna Williams Foundation family. Like that's her grandfather, that's her family, and she was talking about how everything she asks for, every energy she puts out there, always comes back to her. That's been her life. Her life has always been such. She admits, I came out the womb with a silver spoon in my mouth. This is my life, and she ain't got no qualms about it, which I ain't mad at her for, right? But the point is, this is what she's always thought. Some of us guys, we weren't raised that way. That mindset that comes with the wealthy wasn't instilled in us because it wasn't instilled in our parents or nor their parents nor their parents. You see what I'm saying? So we're raising children. We're single moms raising kids. It's about time we make a decision to break the cycle. I want my kids growing up and when they're in their 30s or whatever being like, yeah, like Portia, like, look, everything I put out there, it comes back to me as such. That's just my life. I can have whatever I say I can have because there's no fear. I believe everything I desire, I deserve. Right? And that's exactly where it is. The fear blocks us, guys, our mindset, our inability to press through difficult times that are going to come regardless. Right? So let's go ahead and get back to that tip number 12, right? I gave y'all a little bit extra nugget there, right? So tip number 12, guys, let me tell you how the 3% thinks. The 3%, they start now regardless of their circumstances. They start now regardless of their circumstances, okay? The 97%, they wait until everything is perfect. They wait until everything is perfect. Okay, guys, how many times has something come to you that you knew was a good thing, that you knew if you locked arms with it and rode with it, it was going to take you to that next season, yet circumstances were crazy. Everything around you was off the chain. You was like, kids acting up, your job tripping on you, acting like they ain't finna bring you back tomorrow or whatever, or tomorrow might just be your last day, like everything crazy. Your mortgage company calling, you sent your payment, but they saying they ain't got it, just all this crazy stuff that stops you to the point where you're like, you know what, I can't make another move. Again, locked by fear, I can't make another move until it's all perfect. How many times, how many blessings have you dropped because of your circumstances? I mean, did you ever consider the fact that whenever something good comes around, there's a lot of crap going on? I'm just saying, have you ever really stopped and took a look at that? Every time something good comes along, there's all this crap going on. Now, I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm not talking to you. Maybe you don't know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about for me. There's many times I've had to press through the circumstances to do what I knew was my blessing, regardless. I know one thing, if you waiting for things to get perfect, you're going to be waiting a real long time. A real long time. It's time to take action regardless of your circumstances. Get started regardless of your circumstances. This is what millionaires do, guys. This is what the 3% that controls the money of the world, this is what they do. They start regardless of the circumstances. So you want what others have. The question is, do you want to do what others are doing to get there, right? That's the question. That's the question. Now, again, I've had to ask myself this question before. There are many chances, many blessings that have dropped through my fingers because I simply was stuck in fear because all these circumstances around me and didn't move. Hasn't happened in a while because now I'm on this whole other thing, right? Like I'm just filling my mind with such positive stuff that fear has no room here, right? No room. So ultimately, now it's your turn. Are you going to start now, regardless of the circumstances, like the 3%, the wealthy? Or are you going to not start until everything is perfect, like the 97%? I mean, I'm just going to wonder, do the 97% have what you desire? Okay, I'm just saying. Look, I'm looking for some single moms to lock arms with that are ready to get started regardless of the circumstances. Let's lock arms and push through the circumstances together, right? Instead of constantly trying to do it by yourself. Perfection is not going to happen. That's basically you're telling yourself, I'm not going to take my blessing. I'm going to let someone else take my blessing. That's basically what you're saying if you say you're going to wait until everything's perfect. Good luck with that, right? That's not how you do it. Let's lock arms. Let's press through the circumstances together. Click the link below, singlemoms.withshalonda.com. It's going to take you to a place you're going to put your email in, guys. Believe me, you want pen and paper once you click grant me access. You want to take notes on what you hear. Okay, you want to take notes. I promise you, I took notes. It changed a lot about the way how I think and how I see things. It really did, and it's going to do the same for you as well. Have an amazing day. Click the link and keep smiling.